to This Very Moment Collective. You are right on time. Whenever you're watching this, these readings are timeless. We'll be tapping into our spirit guides, our angels, the universe, and we're going to see what spirit has for us this very moment. My Etsy shop is in the description if you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work. I got manifestation candles burned on there. They get burned on my altar. All that stuff is over there. So starting off, we're getting a strong message of your life going through a major transformation. And there's a lot of gossip about you at this time. You surprisingly have a lot of eyes on you, and it's interesting because you're incog at this time. Your energy is showing up like incognito. You know, you may be even doing things to protect yourself from watchful eyes at this time, and yet still we have all these people in your energy. You know what? We have the High Priestess that actually just came out reversed. So I wonder if it's not a thing where you're necessarily like going private at this time, completely incognito. But I wonder if it's just, you know, other people and what they're thinking is just genuinely not on your radar, not in your awareness, not High Priestess reverse, something that you care about. And I wonder if that's actually what is, you know, showing up as this energy of you, because it looks like you've gone private. It looks like you blocked some people. It looks like you're not talking to some people, and they're kind of going crazy, not able to access you, get the tea, see where you're at in your progress. Another message coming in right now, collective, is that people may literally gauge themselves and their own journey based on your successes. So people feel successful or not successful solely based on your success and what you're doing and what you have going on. So that's like a side message trying to, you know, kind of creep through. But definitely getting a lot of people talking about you. Interestingly enough, you do seem highly protected at this time. We have the Five of Swords reversed. So if people are trying to bait you into giving them information or bait you into conversations or places that you don't want to be, anything that's not in alignment with your ultimate goal right now, with your ultimate vibe, they're not able to get close to you. They're not able to get that information. And it seems like you have a very intense like block and barrier completely surrounding you where people can't get in. So to a degree, even with all, you know, these people in your energy that are kind of like a beehive, buzzing, 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 and it's getting louder, and they're communicating with each other, bouncing off of each other's energy, getting more and more hyped up, even getting agitated. I see you kind of like on a cloud, completely unattached to this energy, really, like completely safe. So we have the, you know, Five of Swords here reversed, we have Temperance reversed, and we have the High Priestess reversed. You're oddly complete. This is beyond unbothered. I'm like, what do we call this? Y'all let me know. What can we call a step higher than unbothered? Because that is your energy. It's like, I genuinely don't even know what's going on because it is that irrelevant. Like, I'm not even tapped into the narrative right now, is your energy. It's like so beyond irrelevant that some of you aren't even, you know, spending any energy trying to figure out what's going on. You may even have people coming to you, reporting to you the energy more than you kind of noticing in real time what people are saying and what they're trying to do towards you. You know, you could be like totally just not even tapped into that. Now here is the new boo energy I was getting here. So we have It Is Safe for You to Love and Retreat. My goodness. So as you've retreated and you've put yourself in this new place, you know, you could be engaging in a new hobby at this time. You could be, honestly, your energy looks like you got the blinders on. So that could be causing people to like really try to get your attention. Soon as you're retreating, bottom of the card, it says it's time to disconnect from the world. So it's like you're disconnecting disconnected, you're separated, you're not super, into the maybe even dating in general, but the gossip or, the drama to any capacity. And it's like, ironically, it's attracting people the most at this time, and you got people coming towards you. I'm seeing a romantic situation blossoming that was totally unexpected, unplanned for. It's like, go girl, give us nothing, because not gonna lie, I don't see you putting any energy into this. It's something that's naturally manifesting on its own. It is safe for you to love. It says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So some of you, it's just a rumor that you've got a new boo. For some of you, it's a reality and you're engaging with that person. For some of you, that person is striking out left and right, trying to come towards you. And Spirit's even like trying to, throw them a bone, trying to make it a bit easier. Every time they get super discouraged, it's like Spirit comes through with a prophetic dream or message from them. Like, just keep holding on. They're a good one. They've been hurt. Okay. This one needs a little extra TLC. It's like whenever, things get too discouraging, I'm seeing Spirit, try to cape for you and advocate for you, and kind of give this person a message like, okay, keep going, keep going. But your eyes genuinely seem to be elsewhere. So another rumor coming up about you, we have unexpected money. I keep hearing motion specifically as well. So you could not even be like, you could be in a position where your pockets haven't gone up, you haven't made more money, but your motion could be giving the appearance that you have more money. So maybe you found a super, cheap plug for like really nice clothes. You dressing up that new way has people thinking you have motion, you have money. Say one of your posts went viral on social media. People are seeing, oh my goodness, their account is going crazy right now. They're really pulling numbers. I know they're making in money. People could be projecting onto you what your life is like. I actually have had this happen to me before. A bunch of people that I used to go to school with thought I was rich because I was doing a bunch of plays in a really big local theater, and it's a theater that's really nice and expensive. It has a lot of respect, and I knew my old acting teacher from high school was the director for a couple of shows, so I was able to get into the shows just through like private auditions and things like that. And then I was talking to someone who had actually ironically come back into my life because they saw those posts, and they were like, how much money do you get paid for show? And I was like, what? Money? That's not real life. Like, I don't know, maybe Broadway, but community theater, you're not getting paid, honey. You're doing it for the love. Thank goodness you don't have to pay, to be a part of it, but I was not getting paid. So I have had that happen before where all these people were thinking I was raking in the dough. I was, like whole time I'm doing it for the love, and they're thinking I'm making money. So it's very easy, for people to project onto you by things that they see. But that's another thing, being spoken of at this time, which can be frustrating. And also can stir up some imposter syndrome when you have all these people projecting all this extra sauce onto you. At first, it feels good because it's like, well, they see me positively, so this is a good thing. I'll let them wonder a bit. I'll let them talk. But after a while, it can make you feel like a fraud because you don't live that life that everyone's saying that you live. So, just be wary of that. We have the journey card here, and we also have a warning. So another thing I'm getting is people are feeling so exposed in your energy. Spirit is coming through saying that people are thinking that you got to sign a signal, a message of warning about them. People are feeling very exposed in your energy, feeling like you now see straight through them and you know the truth of who they are. This could be they have seen the way that you looked at them when something happened, when the mask slipped and their true selves came out or their true intention came out. You saw it right away, and maybe you didn't like clock it or take action about it at the time, but they saw a shift within your energy after that. That's something that I'm getting. People are feeling very exposed in your energy, feeling like a weird energy of almost like you're watching them. And then we have the journey card here. Everything is so flipped. We have the journey card here where people are feeling like there's new rooms that you're in you didn't have access to before. There's new friends that you have, new people that you're connected to. People are doing so much projection onto you, feeling like you have a lot of success at this time. For some of you, I know it's so much just based off such a little action. For some of you, it's literally just you pulling back your energy, or you not oversharing, or you making new friends, or paying attention to other things. Like, it's something as small as that that created all this fanfare and all these narratives. Um, and for some of you, you really do have some motion at this time. Spirit, what is the root of all of this? Where is this coming from? Okay, so we have the Hermit reverse. Someone is really talking about you with the World card reverse, Queen of Swords. There could be a, I want to say, older or aggressive feminine energy that seems to be kind of spreading this narrative or planting seeds in other people's heads about you at this time. I'm picking up on a feminine, an older feminine, almost with a weird Norman Bates complex. If you know, you know. With a sibling that knows you, that's stirring the pot. So, like, for an example, say you dated some masculine and you guys separated. This would be like an energy of his older sister getting super involved in his business, creating thoughts that were not there within his head naturally about you. I'm getting that for someone. But I am seeing like an older feminine or an aggressive feminine. I'm also seeing the color white. Spirit is really showing me this could be someone who wears like a lot of white, or has like a white purse that they come into work with, and it's like really distinct. I'm seeing that color white keep showing up. Yeah, and I'm picking up on this being, I'm also getting like an old schoolmate stirring the pot about you. Because we got the Queen of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. Maybe they're not doing so well, or maybe they're coming out of favor. I was getting like a fox energy, like a very attractive feminine losing power through you getting more attention collective. So take it as you will. It could be like a masculine in their feminine energy, I will say as well. It doesn't have to be like, oh, this is a woman. For everyone, it's going to manifest, you know, through different people in different ways. But we got the World reversed, the Hermit reversed, and the Queen of Swords. I can definitely see that there is a ringleader. And for some of you, like I said, this is like an attractive feminine energy, not getting as much attention because you're taking it. And that's what's causing them to spread these rumors or to try to downplay you. For some of you, it's a weird relationship that, you know, it looks like a pair of siblings, or even a mother-son, a mother, you know, father-daughter, whatever it has. And it doesn't seem crazy where it's like, oh my gosh, there's actually something, I'm seeing something go on with them. It's not giving that, but it is giving like whoever the older person is oddly wanting to be so involved in this person's life and planting seeds. I'm just seeing that. So it does seem like this stems from someone essentially losing control, or someone who thought that they were in a better or higher position than you, and the world is not treating them like they're in a better or higher position. So this is like, say you're new on the job and your salty manager is getting in a tiffy because they're the manager in a higher position. They should automatically be treated better, yet people are treating you like a queen, a king, a princess, a prince. And it's like, just because you're cute. And it's like, I'm the manager, okay? I worked so hard to get to this position so that I can get better treatment. And here, you know, collective is getting better treatment. Spirit, how are people seeing collective at this time? For some of you, I am seeing like a new journey that you're on. For some of you, I am seeing, you know, unexpected money, real life shifts that are creating the way that, you know, people see you to improve or to get more intense. But for some of you, it's just the salty person in your energy just kicking up drama. And it's like, honestly, I feel like it may even be having, it could be having a reverse effect and just completely backfiring, because it is making people ultimately more interested in you. So it's not making people pay less attention to you. if that's what their goal was. How are people seeing you? Okay, so we got street smart, we got mature, and then we have peaceful and intimidating. So I feel like people are sitting in this energy of like disgruntled because ultimately they can't do what they would want to do because they do see you as a formidable opponent. People cannot directly attack you, collective, or they can't directly come up to you and try to manipulate you because they see you as street smart. And that kind of goes hand in hand with the warning energy we got before. Before it was showing up as someone feeling like, oh, you got a divine warning about us, or a spiritual vision, or you saw, a chink in my armor, you saw the truth for a split second, and now you're seeing me more clearly. I'm feeling exposed. I feel like you got a warning about me. But for some of you, people are just realizing that you're actually really street smart, and you can tell someone trying to, sell you copper for gold. Like, you can see the difference between a swindler and someone who actually has value to give you. I am educated in the ways of life is what it says on Street Smart. You may have had a rapid awakening during knowing these people, because it does seem like there's a repeated theme of you've known these people either from school or earlier part in your journey, or these people have been around for a while. So if this is like a job, it's like who you were in the beginning, it's not who you are now. Even the way, Spirit is showing me like the way you respond to emails is different. It's not so exclamation point, smiley face, emoji. It's period. It's direct. It's less hope you're doing well today and more this is the reason for my messaging you today. You type of energy. Very straightforward. Mature, it says I'm dependable and take responsibility. So honestly, you may have had a moment where you chose the wrong way to go about things, but you bounce back. This is giving me a Snooki moment energy. If you watched Jersey Shore, the first episode, remember Snooki? She got sloppy. She was in the hot tub. Everybody was like so cringed out by her. But yet she ended up a complete, undisputable fan favorite by the end of the series. You may have had your Snooki moment where it's like, okay, I got excited. I was teed up. I was excited to, meet some new friends, or I was excited to be in that relationship, or I was excited to be at that job and I thought everything was sweet. And so I came in and I kind of showed my cards, or maybe I ended up a bit embarrassed because I played things wrong, but I'm not that same person anymore. I will take accountability for who I am and how I've showed up, and I will take that L, but like moving forward, things are changing. And people are so shocked that you took an L in front of other people, or allowed yourself to be embarrassed, or went into hermit mode, temporarily. We have peaceful. It says, I like things to be at peace. So people are seeing you as someone who genuinely doesn't start drama. People cannot say that you're the problem, which is why they have to try to bait you here and there into conflict, because you don't create conflict yourself and you don't start drama. People know that. They know that you're at peace. They may say a work situation, your manager, they can't bait you into HR for, cussing them out. So they have to try to trick you into saying, oh, there's certain things you were supposed to do and you didn't do. They have to come a different way. But you're super mutable, so I don't see you getting wrapped up in anyone's BS games. It's not going to work. We have intimidating. The card says my looks intimidate a lot of people. Some of you may have had like a physical aesthetic change. Let me tap into this new boo some more too. I almost forgot about that. Spirit, what is going on in collective's love life, or how are people seeing the collective's love life? Exactly. It's all BS. Michael voice, they made it up. It's all BS. We have throwing out feelers. People are throwing out feelers, trying to check your energy, trying to see if you would be interested in them, and trying to see what you have going on. They don't know. They don't know what you have going on. It's like literally all rumors. You have a super intimidating aura and aesthetic. People don't know if they want to be with you or fight you. It's like, do you want to fight? Do you want to kiss? Like, what's really good? And yeah, exactly. We have more than one interested. So, word on the street is you have a new boo. I don't feel like that's true. I don't feel like it's the word on the street in the sense that they've seen you with someone. Maybe for a small portion of you, you had a little pop out moment. But I'm not getting that. I'm actually getting that they're literally throwing out feelers, just saying things. You know how sometimes people will say things as a statement, but really it's a question. They're trying to get information. So, you'll be talking to someone new and they'll say, haha, I know you get all the hoes. And it's like you could be a total hermit. No help, no action around. But they're really saying that to get you to deny it so that they can actually ask what they really wanted to ask, which is, are you talking to other people? Do I have a reason to be worried? But instead of saying that, they project things onto you. Again, that can create imposter syndrome. So I hope you guys are not in the weeds right now. I really do. I hope you're not getting caught in imposter syndrome. I hope that all the collective narrative isn't disturbing you too much. From what I saw, it was looking like I said, we need a whole new word for like, what is unbothered squared? Because that is collective energy. That's how it showed up for me. But some of you, I do feel like this can get overwhelming at times. So it's a good idea to do like a return to sender until this energy cools down. Like, maybe you do a little ritual to cleanse yourself of any unwanted energy each night. You could close your eyes and just state, affirmations of cleansing and getting energies off yourself as you kind of rub like your arms like this, as if you're swiping the energy off, and then also do it for your legs. I'm releasing all negative energy, any unwanted energy that is not mine. I release it and I remove it from my aura, my energy, my field, my home, my life at this time, from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, and then do like a swiping motion. That's something super, super simple. Do not sleep on the simple stuff. I feel like we got so complicated with manifestations that we forget like all these practices have such a potent essence. You don't need to do too much. So if it is overwhelming for you, definitely do that, Spirit. What else is going on in love for group one, or what do they see? So I do see that there are multiple people interested. Like I said, the bitter feminine's plan backfired, trying to get people to I don't even know, see you like as flawed, cause people to just see you and look at you. And when they look at you, they're like, I don't see collective as flawed. Collective actually looking kind of good right now, so it's like their plan had backfired and oddly just caused you to gain more attention. We have letting it fizzle out. So it's like, yeah, there's this parallel between what people want to say and what they're actually seeing. It seems like you're allowing connections to fizzle out. You got some sort of warning or some sort of sign that, okay, this is genuine, I can trust this. This is not genuine, I can't trust this. And you took action based on that, and you're allowing anything that is not real to fizzle out and to fall to the wayside. That's what's really happening. You're actually cutting cords versus what other people are projecting onto you and thinking. Like, instead of collecting, the hoes like Pokemon, it seems like you're not trying to have attachments at this time, trying to get out of the weeds with all these people who admire you and want to be close to you. It's just like it's turning into an obsession at this point. It does look like the word on the street is you got a new boo. Multiple people are interested. I don't feel like it's because, like I said, they've seen you with someone. It really looks like throwing out feelers, trying to see what's real and what's not. So, and I feel like you've been tapped into that and caught on to that. So you stopped responding to certain things, started allowing people to say certain things. But the thing is, the rumors just get so salacious and they just get so much more intense. Like, when you let things go for so long without clocking it, without telling someone, okay, you're doing too much, saying too much, that's not true, it can make certain people feel like it is true if you don't say, no, that's not true. So my goodness, we do have chemistry and keep an open mind here. So oddly, I'm not picking up that everyone in your energy is against you or negative. If anything, it seems opposite. It seems like there's one major older feminine energy or feminine energy that, you know, has a lighter skin tone or wears a lot of white, could be older than you or in a higher position than you, have some sort of leverage over you. It seems like they're salty, or this person is hanging on to some old high school legacy, you know, some old grade school legacy, feeling like, no, I was the pretty one. I should be the one getting all the attention, or I was this, I was that. It seems like that person's feeling a way about you, but everyone else is into you. We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, is what it says at the bottom of the card. So the way people are actually feeling about you is positive. They feel like you have chemistry, and they want to have chemistry with you. They want to be connected to you as much as they possibly can. You know, people, it's like, okay, you have this one energy like pointing the finger, or maybe a small group of you know, energy of opposition pointing the finger like, look, collective is messing up, or look at collective, they're trying and they look so silly, or oh my gosh, remember this person, this was that, you know, person in school we didn't like, remember? And everyone's like, oh, let me see, and they look in your direction, collective, and they like what they see. There's a strong magnetic attraction, so it's just completely backfiring. It's actually quite hilarious. We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So I do see that you are on a journey. What you're doing seems to be different than what other people are thinking. And Spirit is telling you to open your mind. I feel like you're going to be meeting someone new along this journey, or maybe for a small portion of you, there really could be someone of the past that does come along and ends up surprising you. Because like I said, it seems like this energy is definitely directed from someone. But beyond that, you know, even these people who are in your energy, it can be kind of hard not to associate them with the negativity, but they're not showing up as like negative or malefic, or, you know, people who are gonna be looking to hurt you. So I think it's okay if you do find yourself curious about someone and you want to explore. Spirit, what's changing in Collective's timeline? What is actually going on? Okay, we got Leo the Lover and the fourth house coming out right away. You could be moving. You could be absolutely meeting someone new, tapping into a romantic relationship. You could also be expressing yourself a lot more. Leo is ruled by the sun, just pure life force energy, pure masculine energy. You could absolutely be having some motion at this time. Like I said, I was hearing that. Leo the Lover, it says expressive, creative, loving, and playful, warm and overt. So interestingly enough, when people are trying to go tit for tat for you, you're actually being more overt with your actions, more clear with your actions, living your life, pursuing things that make you happy. You're tapping into some form of creativity. You could be doing some redecorating, or you could be doing some planning for the future. It says self-confidence, flirtatious, glowing, bedazzling, extroverted. Yeah, so it's like, it doesn't, everything that people are thinking, it's really like the opposite. People are seeing you as hermited, being, you know, quiet, keeping information to yourself, feeling like, oh, she, you know, saw through my armor, or he is, you know, like what I've been doing behind the scenes, he sees that, he's exposed to that now. And really, you're like out and about doing your thing. You're just not doing your thing in the same places. So they think you're hermited. And it's like, I'm not inside. I'm just not where you are, you know? The fourth house of roots, it says family, home, background, comfort, cooking. You could be cooking for yourself a lot more, getting into cooking as a hobby. Spending time making your house more comfortable, looking into your ancestry, your lineage, working with your ancestors with background on there, repairing relationships with family, or doing some shadow work from family, healing those relationships, maybe even going on a journey away from your family, wanting to meet your soul family or create your own family, start your own home unit. It says your inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and shell. So you're in your shell, practicing self-care, doing things that you love. And self-care isn't all about like face masks and healthy eating. Self-care can be allowing yourself that one time a week where you get to do that thing that you really want to do. You know, self-care could be taking yourself on solo travel, solo trip, and just spending as much as you want, buying all the little trinkets and desserts they have in the area. You know, it doesn't have to be self-care like, oh, I'm staying home, I'm hermiting, I'm, being super feminine. It can be totally different. Self-care for you can be, kicking some butt at the local boxing ring. So, continue to take care of yourself. I see spirit supporting you. I see that you're actually in a super loving and warm energy at this time, but just channeling that warmth towards people who deserve it and people that you genuinely love. And that's why people are feeling like, collective is closed off at this time because they're just not receiving that warmth anymore, but they're all confused. You're actually having the time of your life. It looks like you're doing great. And, how are you gonna hate on the outside of the club? You can't get in, People are making up stories like, I bet it's so lit in there. And you finally get through the line, get in the club, and it's like totally different vibe. That's how people are looking at you right now, doing so much projection. That's what I have for us today, collective. My Etsy shop is in the description if you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, a manifestation candle burned on my altar. All of that is down there in Etsy. And that's what I got for us today. I'll talk to you soon.